It's the Cadets of Fort Frye taking on the Golden Eagles of Belpre. Starting in the bottom of the second, Kynan Bradford gets a swing and a miss to retire the side. And check out this play right here. Chris Copen gets the strikeout on the swing, but the ball gets away from Hayden Tabler, so Tice Beardsley gets to second base. Same inning, Grady Hessen grounds one to the right side, and Chase Mays makes a great effort to knock it down, but can't come up with it, and two Cadets come in to score. Top four now, Copen with a nasty slider for the punch out. Nothing you can do about that right there. The Ducks on the pond for pitcher Bradford. He'll drop one into shallow right. That'll fall, and he picks up a couple of RBIs to make it 5-0. Fort Frye, way to help yourself out there, kid. It's pitcher versus pitcher now. Bradford induces a swing and a miss. He was absolutely dealing today. Fort Frye goes on to take this one 12-1. Switch it over to softball. Let's take it over to Marietta, where the Tigers are hosting Ripley. It's 5-5 in the top of the fifth. Cadence Criffield lines one into left center for a leadoff single. Vikings are in business. Same inning, Bristol Smith goes backside. That'll get down and roll all the way to the fence, scoring a run and giving Ripley the lead. Tigers up to bat. Samantha Mayo crushes one that nearly leaves the yard. She'll have to settle for a loud double, though. Mayo would advance to third base, then Kylie Constable rolls one to the right side, give her an RBI, and the game is now tied. More offense from Ripley. Lexi Donahue cranks one into left, and that's trouble for Marietta. Two Vikings cross home plate, and Ripley is back in front. Still top of the seventh, Haley Parsons puts one in the outfield. That'll bring home Donahue, and Parsons gets to first base with an RBI single. Ripley gets the win on the road by a score of 13-6. Staying in Marietta, where it was Community Day for the Pioneers softball team as they hosted Ohio Northern. Starting at the top of the fifth, Callie Rosser smacks one to the fence. That'll score one. Polar Bears lead it 9-7 here. To the home half, Emily Johnson gets things started for the Piles with a ground ball single. Then Cameron Kiefer follows that one up with another single right back up the middle. Runners now at first and second base, nobody out. It looked like Marietta may tie things up, but Ashley Lenzer bears down and gets the huge strikeout to get out of trouble. No damage done. Then she helps herself out by sending one to the fence in left, and she reaches second with a stand-up double. Ohio Northern keeping it rolling. Carly Schroeder sneaks one through the infield for an RBI. They now lead it 10-7. Pioneers back up. Becca Streets lines one through the right side and lands on first base with a single. However, it was Ohio Northern who came away with the OAC victory, 15-7.